Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. This is our daily show. We've got a couple extra picks for you for this April 3rd slate on Wednesday. We have 9 games, and we've got some matchups that I'm really excited to get into. It just keeps getting tighter in the West with this playoff race. And I'm excited the Suns are playing in prime time. I know that this is not like a Suns fandom channel, but I'm excited over here. Playing the Cavs in the late window on ESPN. We also have that matchup, Thunder and Celtics. We have some key injuries, some key players out in that game, so should still be interesting though. But yeah, we have like we have a couple blowouts that we're going to probably fade plays on, but nonetheless, we have 9 games to break down tonight. So yeah, Jordy and I each have 1 extra pick. I'm probably going to, at some point before game time, put out another pick on like social media. So definitely go follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok. It's just at BackdoorFS, just like you see the handle on here somewhere. Yeah, go follow us because I'll be dropping another pick a little closer to game time. Maybe 2, but at least 1 play I'll put out as well the closer we get to game time. All right, so the play I'm going with is Grayson Allen. I'm going to be taking Grayson Allen over 23.5 fantasy score. I really love this matchup tonight. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm taking Kristaps Porzingis for over 15 first half fantasy score.
All right.
Or sorry, PRA.
PRA?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, the first half PRA.
Yep.
Sweet. Well, before we break these plays down, I want to tell you guys once again about Chalkboard. It's available on Android now. So if you've been wanting to give it a shot, but you've been waiting, the wait is over. The Google Play Store finally approved it. So yeah, Android users everywhere are able to sign up. If you use code BACKDOOR, they're going to match your first deposit up to $100. There's a link in the description of the video. But yeah, the main thing about Chalkboard is you can set your own lines. And the higher you set the line for the player with the prop you want to take, the higher your payout will be. So like, your multiplier goes up. And if you feel a little bit less certain about a play, but you think that he's good a little bit below that, you could lower the line and then get just a lower payout. And on top of all of that freedom that you have to adjust your own lines, they also have the shield play, which is like the flex play. So you can adjust all your own lines and you don't have to hit every, pick on your slip. So yeah, we have a lot of fun with that. I'm definitely going to be getting into some more Chalkboard today. So if you guys want to check that out, just use code BACKDOOR for a 100% deposit match. All right. So Grayson Allen, this is, every game, especially for these teams in the West, every game is important right now. And I know it's the same for the East too, but we have like a pretty crazy battle going on in the West. So I'm sure the Cavs and the Suns both really want to win this. I would imagine, I haven't really looked at the East standings lately. I would imagine the Cavs are maybe in a better position than the Suns are as far as having a secure spot, but I could be wrong about that. I'll have to double check. But I know the Suns really need a win. Like I said in last night's video, I'm going to be watching this Orlando and the Magic versus the Pelicans closely. I would love to see the Magic win that game. For this game against Cleveland, though, we have a 226.5 over under. Suns favored by 5.5, and there will be no rest here unless it turns into just like a ridiculous blowout, which I don't really see happening. But I think the key players are going to be putting up heavy minutes, like 35 plus tonight. If we hop over here to Outlier, Grayson's been kind of like a little bit hit or miss over the last 5. He's hit it twice out of the last 5 games, and he just barely missed it in that last game against the Pelicans. But this matchup in particular, I'm really wanting to target him specifically. Like if we just hop over here to points, rebounds, and assists, and we take a look at the Cavs overall, they're pretty decent. They're 6th in points allowed, 10th in rebounds allowed, and 5th in assists allowed as a team. Then if we jump over here to small forward, they have a huge soft spot for this position. 25th in points allowed, 29th in rebounds allowed, 21st in assists allowed. If we look at blocks and steals, they're also pretty vulnerable to blocks and steals as well. 27th in steals allowed to small forwards. We know Grayson is way more capable of playing defense than he has been lately. If you look at these last 5, it's like, well, this is because the reason we look at, blocks and steals is because with the fantasy score option on Prize Picks, you get 3 points for every block and every steal. So we want someone active on defense if we're going to even take that prop. But if you zoom out a little bit, you can see he used to be way more active. So I think he's going to be getting back in rhythm here pretty soon. He's capable of going pretty crazy. And if you look at the head-to-head, last time they played, he went for 2 blocks and 2 steals. And I think it's because of that vulnerability at that position a little bit. And how many minutes did he play? He played 35 minutes. I expect that tonight. So let me just go back to fantasy score here. So over the last 5, he's been averaging 30.9 minutes per game, just 1.4 fouls. So he's got a lot that he's due to kind of get back on track here. He's not getting in foul trouble, so his defense has a lot of freedom. He can get more aggressive because he's not risking missing any time due to foul trouble. And then when it comes to shot attempts, he's only shooting 9 attempts per game right now, which isn't too far below what we'd like to see his average at, but we definitely like that over 10. But he's still shooting 47%, but the 4.6 three-pointer attempts is what's uncharacteristic of him. This is someone who has, 3 or 4 different games with 9 three-pointers in one game. He had that one game not too long ago, a few weeks back, where he had 7 three-pointers made in the first quarter. So this 4.6 attempts is not going to last long. And I think tonight's a perfect matchup, especially they're at home in Phoenix. I love this play. I'm going to be taking it in a lot of slips, needless to say. Okay, guys, so I did a little deeper investigating of this Grayson Allen injury. So I saw multiple reports that he is playing tonight, but it's not from the sources that make me feel like it's 100%, because there's 2 ways you could look at this. The Suns really need this win, so they might play him. However, if they risk further injury right before they get into the play-in, that would be more devastating. So go with your gut. I'm still going to be playing this, but he's dealing with left hip soreness. So I don't think it's something that is terrible. I think it could just be that they're just, making sure he's good to go. But if he ends up not playing, if you take this prop and he ends up not playing, you just want to keep a close eye, because if he goes DMP, you will have an opportunity, like a little 5-minute window to cancel that entry if you want to just refund it, or it'll just reduce it down to the next size minus Grayson Allen. I love this play, so I'm going to be taking it regardless, but seeing a little bit of mixed reporting on whether or not he's good to go, or so just keep an eye on that. But I'm going to be rolling with this play. If it's too spicy for you, just fade it. It's no big deal. All right, Jordy, I'm going to pass it over to you, bro.
All right. So left hip soreness, huh? I know Dwight Howard was on that team, but anyway, I'm gonna get into my play here. I got Kristaps Porzingis for over 15 first half PRA. I feel great about Porzingis tonight. Jaylen Brown is a game time decision, or else I'd be taking his first half points. So if he does play, you can look towards that direction if you want. He's been a little bit more consistent with this than Porzingis, but just a little bit, because Porzingis has been on fire with this as well. He's hit it 30 out of 53 games this season, 13 out of his last 20, 7 out of his last 10, and 4 out of his last 5. This line is just pretty low for him, especially going into this matchup where, Chet is a pretty decent defender, but whenever he gets matched up against one of these savvy vet centers, he just kind of falls apart. I know that Porzingis is he is their starting center, so I'm not even going to go over the whole power forward deal, but he's playing really good ball this year. For the Celtics, I love that he's finally on a contender team, because all those years he was a Wizard, just kind of washing away out there. But great matchup for him. 17th in points allowed, 25th in rebounds, 28th in assists. So the dude's gonna have a field day. Last time he played him, he went for 23, and that was in January. So he went for 23 first half PRA. He had 18 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. So you could go with the points if you want. It's set at 10.5, and but he's just gone over that less because he does. He's getting rebounds and stuff. So I like the full PRA better. But Yeah, I mean, there's no daily grind odds on this one, which, by the way, if you guys want to check out daily grind, they'll give you 25% off if you use code backdoor on any of their tools. If you want to go check them out, we use their DFS optimizer in almost every video where we don't like take like a first half play like this or whatever. But I mean, they're the cream of the crop when it comes to finding plays, confirming plays. And if you're in a hurry, like the other day, I was trying to utilize that Luka Taco, so I just threw like 3 plays on there from the optimizer, and 2 of them were plays for today that I didn't know about, but the other play I took did hit, so hopefully the other 2 hit for me tonight. So it's just a really awesome tool, so go utilize that for sure. But the link's in the description for that, and yeah, that's the play I got today.
Cool. If you want to bounce back over to my screen real quick, I forgot to do the daily grind odds for Grayson here.
Okay.
They actually have his fantasy score as the top play for Grayson today. They have it at a 52.8% odds to hit the over. Just at a minus 111 on their DG odds, because it's a little bit, there's just more of like a 50-50 when it comes to just straight odds. But what we're getting here is Prize Picks has this at 23.5. Everyone else has this at 24, about 24.5. So we're getting like a full point discount on Prize Picks. And typically, if you're looking at something like the optimizer, that's kind of what you want to see. Is you want to see Prize Picks being the outlier, so to speak. Like everyone else thinks this needs to be higher. You're getting it at the only platform that has it almost a full point lower. So that means that's probably going to go up soon. Maybe they're just leaving it there in case he doesn't play. Last thing I'll say is, if he is ruled out and you guys are looking for another play, if we end up getting any plays involving Eric Gordon, especially like points, if they have his points like around 8.5 or 9 or something like that, like I'm totally going to roll the dice on something like that as well if Grayson is confirmed out. But it's looking like Grayson's going to end up playing. But Eric Gordon's very underrated. The dude can put up a lot of points, and he'll get a bump in minutes if Grayson were to miss him and Josh Kogi. So, all right, guys, if you want to come check out our Discord, we've been having a lot of fun finding ways to win. The community's been having a great couple of days, thankfully. Just mixing and matching a bunch of different props and, different platforms and whatnot. But there's a link in the description of the video if you guys want to check it out. It's about 50 cents a day. You can see we already have a bunch of plays in here from the community. You can just go through. I had mentioned it last time. It's kind of like a menu. You can just look and see what people are putting together, and you can just use the copy and paste link from everybody and then tweak it and make it your own. And we also have a really great time just chatting during the games. So it's just a fun community. So if you decide to check that out, go through the link in the description of the video and then go up to server subscriptions. And then once you subscribe, it will just unlock all the channels for you. Just make sure you subscribe. Otherwise, you won't see all of this extra information that you get. But if you decide to do it, hop in community chat. Let us know you're new. We'll kind of show you around, because there is like a little bit of a rhythm and an order to how we do things in here to maximize the benefits of it. So, all right, guys, well, enjoy this slate. Again, go follow us on all of our socials. I'm going to be dropping another play closer to game time. When the DFS optimizer, it'll be straight from the DFS optimizer, but maybe I'll put together 2 picks, but at least 1 pick. But yeah, definitely go follow us on our socials so you can jump on that play, because you can get a lot of really good juice right before game time. Like within an hour, there's just some ridiculous plays that pop up on the optimizer. So I want to be able to share that with you guys. All right, enjoy your night, guys. We will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.